Okay, this is part two. We're using the quadratic formula, which we've already kind of used on the front page. So we're going to do it again. So remember the quadratic formula. I would write it down. We got negative b plus minus the square root b squared minus 4ac. Then all of that's over 2a. Okay, so go in and label your a, your b, and your c. Okay, and then just plug everything in. So we have put your negative there, and then negative 7, because that's my b, plus minus the square root of b squared. Notice how I'm putting parentheses around everything, minus 4. My a is negative 2. My c is 130. And then all of that over 2 times negative 2. All right. Then you solve it. Okay. All right. So now you just got to solve that. All right. Remember, down here, we've got an A and a C. So that means that our B will equal 0. Okay. Same thing here. We got an A and a C. So remember, our B will equal 0. Okay. All right. Down here, it says to find label axis of symmetry, vertex, and then 2 extra points. Okay. It says to sketch it. So this is the one we're using the negative b over 2a. Okay, negative b over 2a. So here we got an a, but so we don't have a b, so our b equals 0. So if I did that, I would have negative 0 over 2a over 2 times negative 1. Well, all of that equals 0. Okay, so then when I plug that back in there and I get negative 0 squared, I get 0. So my x is 0 and my y is 0. Okay, so with that being that, I got 0, 0. Okay, so that means that my line of symmetry is there. My ordered pair is here. Now my slope is right here. So I'm going down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and then I draw my parabola. Okay, the same thing here. So remember, negative b over 2a. I got an a, but my b is going to equal 0. So all that means if the b equals 0, I'm going to have 0, 0. Okay, so that means and right there, this right here is positive, so it's going to be going up, and I'm going up 2. So from right here, 1, 2 over 1, and then the same thing here. And then I draw my parabola. Okay. So when I get here, still doing the same thing, negative b over 2a, a, b, c. So when I do that, I have a negative 8 all over 2, 2. All right, so this is my x. So remember, my x equals. So now x equals 8 over 4. So x equals 2. Okay. So then I take that and plug it in there. So I have y equals 2 times 2 minus 8 plus 5. All right, and then I can put all of that in my calculator. Okay, and I get y equals -3. So I got 2, -3. Okay, so on my x is where my line of symmetry goes. And then my point is right here. This right here tells me that it's going up. So up 1, 2 over 1, up 1, 2 over 1. All right. And so then there's my line of symmetry right there and the 2 points. So that's how you're doing all of those there. Okay. All right. So then the last thing here that we're doing is we're going to write a quadratic equation with its given roots. So remember that on these, that the bottom is x and the top is constant. All right. So what that means, just look like these are over 1. Over 1. Okay. And then we do the opposite. All right. So do this first. Put an x, and it's going to equal 0. Okay. So here goes there. Do the opposite. So that's a minus. So I'm going to put a plus. Put the 2. That's a positive. So I'm going to put a minus. And there's my answer there. Okay. Let's do another one. Just put that over 1. Go ahead and put your x. Put your x. It's going to equal 0. All right. So this here, do the opposite. Do the opposite. Okay. The bottom is the x. Put 2. And there's my constant. Put 1. And there's my constant. Remember, the top is the constant. Okay. So you do kind of all of them that way. So look at one more. Over 1. Over 1. X. X. Do the opposite. Okay, these are 1s. And then just put your in there. Okay. So that's how you'll do the rest of that part right there. Okay. So that's the last of part 2. So if you got any questions, you let me or Miss Wolf or Miss McKenzie know, or Miss Belt. But this is kind of give you an idea of kind of how the flow of the review goes.